Um, so I have my site home, which I've called Busitema University Industrial Math. Then from there, I had put the photo. Now I don't know where the photo has gone. There was a photo. There was a logo here. No, the logo is here down. That is our building. That is for science and education. Then I have Busitema
Madam
University
Sarah,
Industrial Math. Yes. Yes.
unfortunately, what we are seeing where the sites are found. We are not seeing that specific one. Could you please click it?
Okay, still, you're not seeing it?
Actually, you've ended the sharing, screen sharing.
Oh, technology. Just go back now.
Maybe, Madam
We
Sarah.
can be going on as I also put myself right. I'm feeling.
Madam Sarah, when you are sharing, when you click on share screen, there is somewhere that you are supposed to click if you are to share the entire, if you are to share like the entire screen. So let me just show you something here.
Okay.
Let me show you. So when you are to share your screen, and this
Yes.
can be for any other person to know.
Okay.
Are you seeing my screen?
Not yet.
So when you are to share screen, you click on this, on that, and then after that you will see an option for. I hope you can see my screen. So you will see an option to share entire screen like this. So you click up here. You don't click on these ones down. If you click on these ones, means you're only sharing those ones. So you click on this part of the entire screen. So there it shares everything, and so we can be able to see.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let me try it. You can stop sharing, then I share. Okay. You can stop sharing, Rogers.
Yeah, just go ahead and share. Rogers already stopped sharing.
Okay. I think mine is different. Okay.
That is okay now.
Okay. Are you seeing something?
Exactly. We are seeing now the Busitema, your
Okay.
Busitema site.
Okay, thank you. So I've been able to put this my Busitema University Industrial Math. Then I've also been able to add the logo here. Then I've also been able to add pages. I have a home page. Sorry, what is happening now? I don't know if you're able to see that. I have a home page. I have put about me. Then I've also put upcoming events, and I've been able to also add some photos and also some title, which is CFD, clean energy briquettes, and some information, some literature about it on that page. I have another page which is called events, some of the events that have been taking place. I've also been able to capture some of the events using the photos. I've not uploaded the videos, but I'm planning to do so. Then another page is for resources, which I've not still have not worked on it, but at least I've managed to come up with that page. My challenge, as I've been doing this work so far, is not so big. It is about me. This about me. When I try to put a photo, to upload a photo, this is the color it picked. So I don't know, Mr. Rogers. I don't know what went wrong. Hello.
Yes, you
When
said
you look at my page of About Me, when I uploaded the photo, that is the color it is having. I'm failing to bring it to its original color.
okay. So what happened? You put the photo as a background image. So if you want to just put your photo well, you click on where the under is. You click on insert, and then you'll be able to scroll down. You'll find if I scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Continue scrolling up. So you can click on you see where there's content blocks? You can click on the
Yes,
first one.
this one.
Yeah, then you drag it here. Now you put your photo down here.
Here.
Yes. So there it will not be as a background, so the picture will be clear. But now even that content block you've chosen, the photo will be small. You can actually insert a content block of just the photo alone when it's big enough. But that is where you put. You don't put it up there where you had put. So you'll have to find out for getting like one way. Or you can choose images. Are you seeing images?
Yes.
Then you drag it down there.
Okay. So
So
if it is images upload, then it will go down.
yeah, you can choose a content block. You can put an image and then you put it big enough.
Yeah.
Mm,
Thank you. So far, that is where my project is. Thank you very much.
okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Sarah, for that work well done. We can see you're progressing seriously. And the members, this is a great challenge to all of us on the call. Let's get our hands dirty. Let's get our hands engaged. Let's engage our machines, our devices, and let's do those activities. Trust me, by the end of this training, you will not remain the same. I want us to transition now to today's session. I think our number, we have hit the 20 that I had earlier on wanted. So we shall be beginning shortly from now, because I think I can see our facilitators are all around. I can confirm that all our lead facilitators are around. So let's begin formally. All right. I want to one more time to welcome everyone. A good afternoon to you all members. I request that we keep our mics muted because we are beginning now formally. So members, I welcome you to today's session of Digital Pedagogy Training Phase 2. We began it way back early this week, and that was on Monday. We began with day one, having where we looked at the recap of phase 1, and then we also tried to dig deep to Colibri for offline learning. Then when we looked at day 2, we had a session, a powerful session led by our facilitator, our senior facilitator, that is Mr. Rogers. He took us through creating educator sites using Google Sites and WordPress.com. Yesterday, we also had another massive session, which was like an extra session brought by the EduTech Exchange, where we look at a variety of education technology topics on a weekly basis. That session was brought by EduTech Teachers Network. So every week we shall be having a session on every Wednesday at that particular time that yesterday's session was carried out. I encourage all of us to continue even when this session or this phase is done. You can always continue and keep connecting, keep learning, sharing as we shall be continuing. I still remain George Emorut, who is your moderator for this session. And today's session, we are focusing on digital skimming, that is ICT integrated lesson planning, and then practical support using Google Docs and AI tools to help us improve. During these last weeks of the holidays, most of us educators, we get to our schools and then we engage in preparation ahead of the opening of the terms. We usually get engaged in preparation activities like preparing the schemes of work, lesson materials like the lesson notes, and then also preparing maybe different teaching and learning materials. So today's session is going to help us get some skills and a deeper understanding on how best we can do digital skimming. Instead of rolling books, buying those big books and then rolling them and then writing down the schemes, through this, what we call digital skimming, we can be in position to convert those schemes that we could have written physically on books using pens and papers. We can use our computers, we can use our devices to digitize them and have them in soft format or digital format, which we can be in position to modify, we can be in position to edit, even in the subsequent years which are coming in the nearby future. So to take us forward in this particular session, we are joined by our lead facilitators, and that is Madam. We have two lead facilitators for today's session. That is Madam Julian Luyombia, and then also Mr. Emmanuel Angoda. They are going to take us forward. But before I invite them, members, I remind you of the rules which are governing our online session. We are going to make sure we keep our microphones muted unless invited, just to keep order. We're also going to still continue to use the raise hand feature, which is on our Zoom applications. So in case you have a concern, you can raise your hand up, and then the facilitators or the moderator will be in position to give you a chance to share what you plan to share. Then our chat will remain open during the course of the session. In case you have a burning question or you have a concern, feel free to post it there. And our team of facilitators who are connected together with everyone around will look at it, and then a response will be shared to you accordingly. So this session will also include demonstrations where necessary, and where necessary, if we get, if time will permit, we shall have a Q&A session. So members, without wasting time, I want one volunteer to give us an opening prayer, and then I'll be inviting our first lead facilitator to take us forward. So any volunteer with who can lead us with an opening prayer, you can raise your hand up, and then we can give you permission to be able to do it. All right, we have Brother Yusuf Saliki Muhindo. Kindly unmute yourself and lead.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Murut. My name is Muhindo Yusuf Salik, and I'm here in Kavali. Let's humble ourselves for prayer. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amen. Thank you for the opportunity for the prayer.
Amin, Amin. Brother Yusuf. So members, I recognize, of course, your presence all. I also recognize the presence of all the facilitators from EduTech Teachers Network. I thank you for making time for this particular session. So members, right about at this very juncture, I take pleasure to introduce to you our very first facilitator for today's session, and that is Madame Julian Luyombia. Julian brings experience in education, technology training, and digital systems. She supports educators to adopt digital learning tools and integrate ICT into their teaching practice. Madame Julian has worked with teachers on the use of the Google Workspace online collaboration tools and practical solutions that support planning and instruction delivery. Members, I want you to join me and we welcome Madame Julian to take us forward in the next segment of this session. Madame Julian, over to you. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon, team. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to take you through today's session. Thank you for taking off your time to log in. Thank you for taking off your time to attend every session of this. We don't take that for granted. Thank you for your time, and honestly, we are going to serve you the best. Yes, I kindly request Mr. Emmanuel to share the screen. Yeah, well, so this is day 4. This is day 4 of the training. We started right off on Monday, and we glorify God for thus far He has brought us. My name is Najuma Juliano. You can call me Teacher J, and I'm going to work along with Mr. Ngoda Emmanuel. So we are very excited and very humbled to deliver what we have prepared for you. So we are going to take you through digital scheming and planning of ICT integrated lessons with the AI aid. So AI stands for artificial intelligence. So we are going to focus on Google Docs to collaboratively develop ICT integrated schemes of work and lesson plans for all subjects using AI as a productivity tool, because AI is now everywhere. AI stands for artificial intelligence. AI has been adopted in all industries. In the medicine, it's AI. Construction, they use AI. So what of us in education? So even education, AI can be of help, because you realize teachers are always overworked. You have to teach, you have to mark books, you have to do corrections, you have like 4 classes a day, you have to do schemes of work, you have to lesson plan per subject, per class, per subject. So that is really hectic. And remember, when you have a lot of work, it is really hard to concentrate. You'll end up giving one thing your best and then not doing the other one, not giving it your best. So we are here today. We are going to take you through how can you use AI, how can you use ICT. So don't say, me, I don't teach ICT, me I teach Luganda, me I teach SST, me I teach geography. No, we have a package for all of you. Yes, we can help. So what are the objectives? What should you expect? You're going to understand the benefits of digital scheming and AI-aided planning for ICT integrated lessons across subjects with a focus on science. Yes, because we have the science subjects. So not saying only science, but we have a various of the science subjects. Well, so what are the benefits of digital scheming? Some of you are at school now, the skimming week is there. You have a red pen, a blue pen, a black pen, a ruler. You are writing, even shaking your hands. It's a lot of work. And then you have to do the classroom environment, and then you have to do this. So we are here to take you through that. We are going to explore Google Docs for collaborative scheme development and AI tools. For example, Grok, ChatGPT as productivity aids. We are going to go away with the outdated, the MK books, the Sunshine books, the what books. We are going to use AI Grok. They'll give us live examples. They'll give us what is happening in this district, in the other district, so that we collaboratively and collectively get the best for our learners. The third one is to create ICT integrated lesson plans collaboratively. When we talk about collaborative, we mean working together. I guess the things ended off whereby you work and you hide. When you teach our learners, we used to tell them, cover your work jealously, cover your work. No, we need to work as a team, because you may make a mistake. You're not talking, your friends are not seeing, your friends can guide you. You make a mistake and you give our learners a real mistake. Yet when you work as a team, when this one can view a lesson plan, another one can view a lesson plan, you don't even bother moving to the head of department. You look for the head of department in his office, study you. You go to class, he's not there. You go to the trading center, he's not there. But you're looking for him to approve your lesson plan before you enter class. So that takes a lot of time, and yes, we are here to solve that using ICT integrated lesson plans. We shall use Colibri. We can use multimedia and STEM elements. Yes. So another one is to complete a hands-on assignment to develop a shared scheme of work, preparing for the final showcase of integration. Guess what? Everyone is going to try it out, because we are all teachers, right? And this is going to suit teachers of all subjects. You're teaching primary, you're teaching kinder, you're teaching health habits, RE, SST, geography, whatever the subject it may be, Luganda, what? It's going to help you, because if you're a professional teacher, by all means, you're required to scheme and you're required to do a lesson plan before you enter your lesson. So we shall be excited and glad to see what you have learned and putting it into action. And besides doing the activity, we would love to see that in your schools, where you're going to teach. So can you move? So with the introduction, we introduced ourselves. Julian Najuma, and we are going to work with Mr. Emmanuel Angoda. I'm an edutech specialist. So when you talk of edutech, we mean education, but in ICT. That's what I basically do. A passionate ICT educator for the babies, for the middle primary, for the upper ones, all age groups. We can go to high school, we can go to tertiary. So I'm diverse. I do everywhere. I can handle all age groups, but basically ICT, and then back to our teachers and then the ICT clubs. Our data scientists, because you realize everywhere we have data. When you go to hospitals, data. When you come to school, data. Remember, when you're registering a learner, they'll ask mother's name, father's name, age, where. Even new teachers, when you're registering yourselves with the ministry, they request for your data. So you see that in IT, we have a lot of data. So data science is coming on trend. And I'm a passionate ICT educator, part of Shareability Uganda. And well, Mr. Emmanuel Engoda is an ICT stroke entrepreneurship teacher or tutor. He works with Liratown College. He's the head of ICT and STEM. So when we talk of STEM, it's science, technology, and math, like all of them in group. He's the founder of TESI, which works to broaden access to career guidance in schools, organizes high education and career guidance fair every year. He's a team lead of WordCamp Leader. I think people have heard of WordCamp. So when really advertise WordCamp is coming up, we would really love to have you on board. The teachers, the learners, it is always an interactive session that is productive. And then he's passionate about e-learning, digitalization that works, career guidance, STEM stroke innovation and competitions. And all of us as a team, we work to ensure that we equip the learners with the skills necessary for them to survive in the digital era. We are working in the digital era. So if you're the educator, you're not skilled, how are you going to skill our learner? So that is why we are skilling you teachers. When you go back to the classes, when you go back to your schools, you can skill our learners. So what is digital skimming? Before we can go to digital skimming, what is skimming? So people are now here, they have gone to the DOS's office, but they have got the textbooks, this and this, give me this textbook, they ask for reference. The competences, the life skills, the objectives, you start writing by the end of the lesson, and remember you have to skim for a whole term. And then they give you many subjects, you're teaching SST, you're teaching RE, after you are the BASA, after you are in kinder, so most times it's a lot of work. So this comes whereby we bring it in the digital, because digital we mean we are going to use technology irrespective of the subject you're doing, irrespective even if you don't know anything about ICT, we are going to learn, because we said someone in the 21st century must be able to learn, relearn and unlearn. So you have to keep on learning, because learning does not really end. Digital skimming involves creating structured schemes of work and lesson plans using digital tools enhanced by AI for efficiency. So as I told you before, AI stands for artificial intelligence. When we talk of efficiency, we mean doing something in the shortest time possible and doing something that is productive. You realize we teachers have cognitive workload. The learners have cognitive workload, but even with the teachers, sometimes you wake up and you're even worried. You have that day that you're worried of. You're like, Banang, if I finish Wednesday, my week will be done. Because you have many classes, the learners are many, you are the one on duty, you are the one welcoming the learners. You have a lot, and you're in class, they are calling you in office. You have the DOS is also coming, Bananga schemes of work, Bananga lesson plan. And unfortunately, on the fateful day you enter class without a lesson plan is when the inspector of schools comes and they sit in your class. So I know all of you understand that feeling, how it feels like, the pressure, attention. So we are here to equip you so that you enter a lesson, so that you enter a subject with everything essential for our learners. So what are the key benefits? The first one is collaboration. Real-time editing in Google Docs fosters peer speed. I've moved to some schools whereby they have departments, the SSC department, the English department, the math department, the biology department, the chemistry department. So we can always do these lesson plans collaboratively. Because I always tell my learners, it is okay to ask. It is okay if you don't know. It is okay to inquire. It is okay to learn. So even as the matures, the teachers, it is okay to learn. It is okay to work as a team. It is okay to read through your colleagues' lesson plan. It is okay to see what are they doing. It is okay to ask to see, how can I do here? How can I go about this? Sometimes you're given a topic you cannot handle. You know your other colleague is better at a particular topic, but you have tied yourself on a topic. You can't deliver it. You can't plan for it. So when you work as a team, as you plan, you can inquire from your friend. You can use ICT tools, and even your head of departments can really see, oh, my teacher is on this topic, my teacher is doing this. They can correct you, they can edit it, and they can see the way forward. So that can be done in real time. Even if you're at home, even if you're in the village, you can do a lesson plan and everyone can see it. The next one is ICT integration. Embed tools like Colibri for quizzes and STEAM apps into lesson plans. Wow, I know how it feels like to be in an ICT integrated lesson plan. Our learners are always tired. These learners have been home for 2 months, and by God's grace, the government of Uganda added them more days because of voting. And what have they been doing? They have been on phones with full-time internet connection. So all their mind is tied on phones, movies, TikToks, the latest challenges. So Bambi, when you're planning for a lesson and you put some ICT, you put a video to introduce, you put an animation, let me say you're talking about volcanicity, the magma and they see the entire process, because you may tell the learners to pay money for a trip. Unfortunately, there are parents that can't afford. Unfortunately, there are parents that can't afford those textbooks. And that is happening in secondary, whereby learners are really, it is compulsory for them to have textbooks. So and some can't afford. So what if you join in and bring in something, a real time, whereby they can watch different scenarios? What is happening in Kasese? What is happening in Eastern Uganda? What is happening in Northern Uganda? So trust me, they will have to enjoy the lesson. Another one is AI productivity, whereby you generate ideas, outlines, or assessments quickly to save time, customize for science topics, physics simulation. So you can always customize when you're searching physics. You can always be specific, SST of which class. So they are going to teach us how to prompt Grok, what to use. How, when you're searching, you don't say, you just put in a topic, reproduction. For secondary, for primary, for what? So you have to be specific. And they'll always give you something that is current. Pollination, they'll give you something that is current, something that is not in those textbooks. And then this will avoid teachers fighting for textbook. It is mine, no, give me. It is for my class. All that pressure will go away. Another one is sustainability, whereby digital plans are shareable, updatable, and accessible offline via exports. It is okay for teachers to leave, right? You can't die in a school. Bambi, when you leave our lesson plans there. Leave our schemes of work there. In case these things are soft copy, when your member comes, a new member can always join in, they can always start from there, they can always tailor what you have, and they can always add on from what you have. But because you are the head of department, you left with everything. So we always need to back up copies, and then these copies will help us. If the head of the ICT club goes, will he move with the club in the bag? No. So we always have to have these copies so that when a new member comes in, we can always start from there and help our learners. And then impact. It saves time because up to 50% on planning promotes innovative, learner-centered teaching for both STEM and arts educators. We are not concentrating on sciences only. A-level, I know that feeling. Science teachers, Monange, they get more money, so they feel on top, and then they leave the arts teachers down. No, all of us can use ICT. ICT can be used for all levels. And even baby schools, kindergartens are also integrating ICT. The other time they were using whiteboards, but now learners have devices. What of us high school teachers? What of us institute teachers? And what of us primary teachers? So it will save time. You'll have enough time for your family. You do the lesson plans. You have personal time. You have enough time for your learners. You have enough time to rest. And then you don't say, there's a lot of work for teachers. So ICT has come to solve that. So overview of the tools for AI-aided planning. The first one is Google Docs. The ease of use, because beginner friendly with real-time collaboration. When you talk of real time, it means someone is working, another one is working, you work at the same time, you edit, you change this. You don't really have to wait because the other teacher knows the other topic, so you have to wait for that teacher. No, you have to do it real time because he's online, you're online. And the good thing, God has blessed us with Wi-Fi in schools. So it is real time, and it aids collaboration. What are the key strengths? It is free, of course, and everyone has it on your phones. Yeah, just in case if you explore more, everything is always available online, on TikTok, YouTube, what? Everything is always available. You can learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. And at the end, you can even become a specialist. And it integrates with Drive, classroom templates, and for schemes of work. So you can use it for classroom use for our learners. They can be doing a coursework. As you check through, we gave our learners research for the long holiday. Naye omusomesa, you've not even searched, you've not even seen how far. You are waiting for the learners to come and they tell you, teacher, for me this topic failed, man, I didn't do. So in case you are using Google Docs, the learners will be adding on something, and the teachers would be checking through, teachers would be advising, right? And then the limitations, which is basic formatting. No built-in AI. So you can't Google or what or search or what, but formatting, you read through, it can be a report, because I believe we do reports as heads of department, as teachers, we do reports after doing end of term, beginning of term. So that can help us as a department. And it is best for a collaborative scheme development, embedded. When we talk about embedded, we mean adding something. So it helps us phase 1 to phase 3 resources, and we join all resources. AI tools, wow. So when you go to AI is everywhere. AI is everywhere, and it is something everyone should take. Artificial intelligence. For example, Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity. You realize AI is everywhere. So what is it? The ease of use. It is a prompt-based interface. Trust me, it has all the information. Even if you're going to teach about germination in primary 3, when you enter germination, primary 3 term 2, they'll give you all the content. You want for which year? Do you want examples? Do you want photos? Do you want an activity? Do you want tutorials? Do you want questions? Do you want topical questions? Everything is always available. So before you even check, you check in the other textbook. You go to the library. You spend 40 minutes searching. No. So that can really help us. And the strength, it generates outlines, activities, assessments, and customizable prompts. Everything you want is available online. That is what I can tell teachers. Every topic you want is available online. Every subject you want is available online. So don't go to the school and boost and be the Jesus of the subject. No. Everything is available online. And you can borrow a leaf because you may have qualified years back, 2018, 2015, 2010. Check out what is happening, what is current, what is new, what should I add in? And then the limitations. It requires internet, potential biases in outputs. So sometimes the outputs are biased. So that's why we advise you as an educator, as a teacher, Bambi, don't just do copy and paste. You prompt to grow, call Google Gemini, what they give you is what you give the learners. No, check through. Is the content? Can my learners choose that? Can they take that? Because the learners we teach are from different settings. We have the Kampala learners, we have the Kabale learners, we have the Luwero learners. So they can take in content at different intervals. So sometimes the language is complex, soften it a bit. We encourage a teacher to tailor to what your learners can take because you know your learners better. Are you having time takers? Are you having slow learners? Are you having fast learners? So that can guide you. And it requires internet. So Bambi. So most times the administration provides internet, and even if it does not, omusomesa that small money, like allowance, like what? Well, you can buy some bundles and yes, help out the learners, because when you're helping out the learners, you're educating the nation. It is best for brainstorming ICT integrated ideas, refining science lesson objectives. So everything is available. When you put in the objectives of the lessons, what you want to say at the end of the lesson, they will give you the content that can fit. We don't tell you to rely on AI only. Do your search, but let AI come in as a guide. And we don't want you to be like, you have a lesson after break. So after break is 11 and then at 10:30 n'otuula ku AI. Bannange this topic, legends, Kintu and Nambi, they give you data, you don't even edit, you don't even do what? Okay, you can get a video of the stories of Kintu and Nambi. You can get images of the Stone Age tools, and wow, that will be very interesting and interactive for our learners, whereby when they go back home, they will say, Mommy, give me the phone. Teacher just told us about Aleman, and we saw Alemani's tools. When this learner goes back home and they get hold of the phone, they will not go to TikTok. They will not go anywhere, but they will search for Alemani's tools. And you'll even remind them something to read about the next topic. So when they get mommy's phone, daddy's phone, they will search, they will see the story, they will understand better. And when we come for revision or exams, trust me, these learners will be good. And then you have Canva for education. For Canva is visual. Our learners believe by seeing. My fellow teachers, even if you teach and you give 10 paragraphs, 40 paragraphs, we need to see. Even if you're teaching the Bantu migration, Portuguese conquest, the Bachwezi, we need to see. At least show them a photo. Show them the Bachwezi moving. Show them the process of germination. Show them all the process that occur in all subjects, be it biology, even if you're teaching about poultry, even if you're teaching about animal production. There is always something attractive for these learners that will catch their attention. Remember, we said in the first minutes of the lesson, we are always attracting the attention of the learner. We are bringing it back. Our learners' minds are always divided. So we are bringing back the attention of our learners. So show them something attractive so that all their minds can be gathered on that. They will be really amazed and they will be waiting for your lesson because they know that you won't waste our chalk. You write the first blackboard, you rub off. The second blackboard, you rub off. Teacher wait, teacher short call. So to avoid that, use Canva and draft something attractive for our learners. So the strength, templates with visuals, something attractive. The colors, the what. They will be amazed even if you're teaching kinder. Color red, color blue, color what? Show them the colors. We studied about mixing colors in physics. Show them so they will learn and they will click everything on that moment. And then the limitations. Let's focus on text. Yeah. So my dear, it is a visual. But trust me, when they see the visual, you can add on a little explanation. You can type on something down to add on, and that will help our learners. And then enhancing plans with multimedia. It is the best. When we are making our lesson plans those years, what are you going to use? I'm going to use a chart. I'm going to use a textbook. Nenga, you are lying. You don't have them. So how is that when you say, what are you going to use the teaching aids? You tell them you have a graph. You can show them a graph online. You can show them a visual. You can show them a video. So Canvas brought us and is going to equip us with all the teaching aids. And don't say I don't have a laptop. Even a phone you can use. Start with what you have, and trust me, we shall upgrade. When our parents see the change, when our parents see what you're teaching our babies, they'll pay the computer fee and we shall get the devices. You can move. So, integrating ICTs in schemes of work. So you are seeing our lesson, the teacher has one computer. You are there, the lab has 3 computers, but you're saying, I have a class of 40 learners and what? The devices are not enough. The devices are sleeping in the lab. They have dust, they have cobwebs. You see this teacher. The teacher is using one device, but you see how the learners are really fighting and seeing that they all see something. Do you think the learners will forget that lesson? So, as we continue to embrace digital tools in our classrooms, it is essential to recognize that ICT integration during lessons cannot happen by chance, my dear teachers. It requires deliberate planning and thoughtful inclusion when developing our schemes and lesson plans. So, our dear teachers, it can't happen by chance. You as a teacher, you have to be prepared. Even when you're going to cook, you prepare. You can be at school eating portion and you're thinking, when I finish my lesson at 4, I'll go to the market here. I first buy fish, I buy some matoke, I buy some charcoal. So even when you're going to teach, you have to plan. Plan to use these devices. But the devices have not been in use for the entire holiday. The laboratory has not been maintained. You are planning to use ICT. First check. Test these computers. As a teacher, make sure that you know how to switch on these computers. Bandanga teachers, we are going to get ashamed. You're going to switch on a laptop, you're going to switch on a computer, and it refuses. And the learner will tell you, teacher, let me show you. And the learner will do the thing perfectly well. That means the learners will not respect you. So I urge your teachers, let us prepare. Let us learn these small things. Even if you're not an ICT teacher, pass by the lab. Press go somewhere. Press go somewhere. Ask the lab attendant, how do I switch on the projector? How do I do this? How do I connect this desktop? How do I do this? So that we learn. In case the lab attendant gets a sick leave, want our learners study. So prepare. Make sure you have an internet connection. If you're going to use offline, or if you're going to use online, you need an internet connection. We want to avoid the incidences of fighting for projectors and computer labs. We have seen them in schools. My class is going. No, my class is going. Those things. Let us prepare. I'll be going at this time. I'll use 40 minutes. Another stream will come in. Well, that will help us. And plan. Don't go and tell the head teacher, we need a projector after lunch. We are having a lesson. We are going to watch the story of Chintu and Nambi. But you know, the school has no projector. They have to borrow it from another school. But for you, you have come, the lesson is after lunch, and you've gone 30 minutes to the lesson. So, what do you expect the school leader to do? Let us inform our leaders, our docents in time, and even us, let us prepare. Sometimes you have projected, you have connected your laptop with a projector, but you've not even searched. So, you go and start searching. Or I will show them which video. Or I put what image? No. Let us always prepare, because if you have not prepared as a teacher, you are prepared to fail, and you are prepared to fail our learners. So, when developing our schemes and lesson plans, preparing for a lesson involves identifying low-cost teaching stroke learning resources. Let us use what is available. I loved this teacher in the image. They have one laptop. They are making use of that. Some learners don't know laptop C, they don't differentiate laptops and desktop C. So remove one. Let them see the difference. This is a laptop, this is a desktop. When they go home, they will say, Mommy, teacher used the laptop. Mommy, when you get money, buy for me a laptop. So our learners will be encouraged. So let us use low cost. Let us use what is available. Let us use what we have. Don't put the school leaders on pressure. You have a stream of 68 learners and you're asking for 68 machines. No. Let us use what is available. And when our school leaders will see the value that we are adding, when the school leaders see what you're really bringing, the impact of ICT, they'll buy the devices by default. You will not even make a requisition. They will say, no, the ICT teacher, the geography teacher, they need these devices. Let us put everything on still. Let us put the school vans on still. Let us put building the dormitory on a standstill and buy devices for the learners. And some of the resources, rock specimens, are not easy to get, and ICTs can help reduce costs in the long run. It is expensive in the short run. Buying the devices, it is expensive, but as time goes on, it is the best. So I suggest, let us use what we have. Let us start with what we have. And therefore, we have a question here. Discussion A. How are you currently doing ICT integration before the lesson? Because before the lesson, that is a scheme of work and a lesson plan. As a professional teacher, they tell you before you enter a lesson, you first plan. And then a discussion B. Share examples how ICT integration can help reduce curriculum implementation costs in the long run. So thank you for listening. We are going to have a breaker off. We are going to be divided into different groups so that we can attempt these questions. So let me call on the moderator to take on.
Thank you, Madam Julian. Members, we are breaking away for only like 5 minutes, and then when we come back, the group leaders are going to be giving a summary of what members have shared, because we want to give opportunity to as many people. So when you go to the room, don't just keep quiet. Please be able to share within the time there. So room 1, we are going to have Madam Nabukera. We are going to have Sarah Kobusinje. You are the chairperson of room number 1. You are a co-host, Sarah Kobusinje. Mr. Angoda, you will also be in that room. Then in room 2, we are going to be having Mr. Morut and Madam Apofia. You will be in that room, so you can be able to support the members there. Room 3, we are going to have Mr. Abbott. You will be there, and Madam Julian. And then room number 4, we have Madam Hanifa and Nora Betsy. So those are, just moderating in those rooms, any of you, then we see the members share, then we shall come back. You choose one of them who will be able to come and share. So please let us get into the rooms now. So the rooms are opening. You'll be able to see somewhere where there is join room. You can join a room and then share how you use technology, and also how to have these experiences. Okay, so in this room we are having Nora here, Mr. Abbott Nwagaba. The question was, I hope you can see the question. The question was saying, how are you currently doing ICT integration? I'm going to ask my colleague who has his camera on. He has the word EduTech. I don't know what's your name. You have the word EduTech. You are touching your microphone. Okay, so please, you try to lead the discussion here. I think I'm not hearing well, but let us have that discussion. I'm going to another room now to check.
Hello? Hello, members. Hello? Yes, Mr. Samuel, Madam Nora. Are we together? Are we together? Hello?
Best they can generate notes from the internet. Another member raised it that ICT integration in science, especially P5, he used it in teaching different types of poultry, like because some members didn't know about turkeys, didn't know about ducks, they only knew hens, cocks, but they didn't know about the other types of poultry. So he used the YouTube videos. Then another member also said that he has been using ICT integration in a debating club, that before a debate is carried out at school, he has always engaged learners to watch different videos of different debate clubs in different schools so that they are able to know how students debate and also which topics they debate about. A very interesting last one said that he has also a teacher of P7 requested him to download some YouTube videos whereby learners can be able to adopt other methods they can use in solving mathematical problems of different topics. And finally, Mark said that he has been using YouTube videos to carry out some physics practicals in his classes. Discussion B. We had some discussions. Remember, one of the members said that ICT implementation is helping to cut costs, whereby instead of telling teachers to move to Kampala in one station, a training can be carried on online, and many teachers from different parts of the country benefit. Another member said also that it reduces cost, especially when it comes to stationery, textbooks, and one of the members added that, like A-level textbook, physics textbook, just one textbook can go for 120. So instead of getting 120 to buy one textbook, you can go online, download, and learners just print and have the copy ready. Then we had another person bringing in an insight where he said that science subjects it has helped to cut costs, especially in science subjects, whereby Previously we had science teachers writing a requisition that they need a whole goat only to teach about digestion. But now digestion system videos are online, you just download and learners watch. And finally, data storage. It is the best method we can use to manage data in school. Thank you very much. That is room 1.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, team.
group number 1, for all those very excellent and very nice ideas. I would want to now navigate to room number 2, group number 2. Kindly share with us what you discussed.
Okay, thank you, members. Teacher Joseph Charles from Idiwa Parents SS Okonge District. I happened to be in the leader of room 2. Unfortunately, we were only 2 with Mr. Rogers, the host. Now, I only shared my experiences in regards to how ICT integration is concerned. In my school, since 2019, was when I started using technology, especially MS Word and Excel to create my scheme of work. And then up to today, I still use that. So the benefit I also shared with him has been that of cutting costs. I remember my school used to buy scheme books for us and even lesson plan books from Kampala, which was taking a lot of schools' budget. And for my case, I told them no longer a thing that student buy for me, because I was already in the ICT desk, so I should continue with the digital one. So it really ICT helps a lot. Videos we also use, download, especially when preparing continuous assessments, because I was teaching O level in the new curriculum, then even A level. So because there's what we call the conceptual framework, it needs also learners to have some, let's say, a drama watched or video watched in order for them to really get an insight of the content to learn. Thank you. That was what I shared, I think, with my colleague in the room.
Thank you so much, Mr., for sharing those insights. I think, do we have any other group that has not shared?
Ms. Emerald,
Yes,
actually,
please.
that was not room 2, that was main room. I think my colleague here remained in the main room. So we still have 3 more rooms, but they could be brief. Yeah, so we have room 2, 3, and 4.
All right, all right. Okay, room 2, you are the one pending, and any other 2 rooms. Can we listen to room 2? I think we had agreed that Madame Scovia, I don't know whether she's able to unmute. Mr. Rogers, can you make Madame Scovia to be a co-host such that she can be able to share room 2 insights?
I've allowed.
Okay, Madame Scovia, go ahead and unmute.
Okay, thank you. I'm Scovia from Bukanga Secondary School. So this is what we have shared in room 2. That integrating ICT helps to enhance and support and transform learning and lesson delivery. So here we try to integrate ICT by using PowerPoint slides, using videos from education applications like YouTube, and also using interacting boards. So when learners and others that participate, they use computer, tablets, they also use smartphones to do participation. We assess our learners by integrating ICT using online tests, digital feedbacks, from maybe emails and WhatsApp. And we also use internet to carry out research, that is using Google and AI like ChatGPT, and also using online libraries and ebooks to integrate, get information, and carry out research for our teaching and learning in the school. So how does part B, how does ICT help to reduce costs? It helps in different ways. One, getting teaching and learning aids. Using teaching and learning aids, that is when someone is maybe a biology teacher going to teach like digestive system, or is going to teach respiratory system, you can easily go into YouTube, get the system, it shows instead of going to buy the things, or else finding it hard to explain. And it also saves time, like drawings when you're going to draw mandalas to
When they were taking children the other side,
learning.
I told the children
Also,
from you people, don't mind those people have gone to Entebbe, who have gone to our which is sent.
Also, we use simulation labs. Simulation labs are also reducing costs in that instead of going to buy chemicals, moving learners from place to place, simulation labs on internet can help to make our learners get to know the information without going to travel or to do all that, including all that money. So that's what we have discussed in Room 2. Thanks for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Madam Scovia. Members, you can listen and really see that indeed integrating ICT is something we can't run away from because of the very many advantages that you are listening from the members. Let's hear also from the next group, and let's try to be a little bit precise because of time factor. Any other maybe team leader in position to share what the group members discussed?
Yes, we have
Group
Mr. Lubega, yes, from room 3, has something to share.
All right, thank you, Madam Madam Julian. I'm from room 3, Vega team from Ozana Christian High School. I was sharing with my comrades there that AI has helped me mostly in making my lesson plans and also organizing the scheme of work. Because earlier on, we had the people were just were crying of how can I make a lesson plans for all the subjects I teach, making a lesson plan for all the lessons I have to teach. Then I was looking at how that one can be solved, and I use AI ChatGPT to I prompt it and it generates something. Then as you can see here now, this is my scheme of work for this term. Actually, for this year, I try to make it for the whole year. So I organized this scheme of work using ChatGPT, where it could generate for me according to the prompt. Then I'm sharing the screen. I'm sorry. Let me share my screen if I'm around. Can I share my screen?
Yes, you've been made a host. Go ahead and share it.
Okay,
and
thank you.
to the rest of the members, just a kind reminder, let's keep our mics muted to avoid interfering the person who is presenting. Thank you.
So, are you seeing my screen, members?
Yes, we are seeing it. Go
So
ahead.
this is a scheme of work I've organized using AI, looking at the fact that it was hard for me to sit down and write scheme of work in the scheme book. So AI, ChatGPT, by giving it a template of how the scheme of work should be, and also giving it the syllabus, I uploaded the syllabus. It had to look through the syllabus and generated a draft as I prompted. So I was able to come up with the scheme of work for every class, that is ICT, almost for the whole year. So I think you can see. So these are schemes of work for each class for the whole year. So even from that, I continued and had to organize the lesson plan from every subtopic here. It was able to generate for me a lesson plan. Still, by prompting it, now you can see I have lesson plans for each lesson I'm going to teach, and it is very organized, where I have how I'm going to be introducing the lesson, learning activity I'm going to give learners, my explanation I'm supposed to give, how am I going to, some of the summary notes, the assessment I'm going to be giving learners at the end of the lesson. So I sat down and organized this, but with the help of ChatGPT, and that is the AI I'm using. So I organized this lesson plan for every subtopic that I'm going to teach. So that's how I've been using. That's how I'm using AI. Then to the side of physics, I normally use YouTube videos. Like if I'm going to teach about something and for sure I don't have it there to show learners, you go to YouTube and search for a video that suits what you want to show learners actual, and you show them using a projector in class, and that's how I'm doing it.
Presenting.
So there are a lot of things I use it for, but for now I use that. Then I was showing my people that I was able to come up with a simple system using still AI, but AI could generate for me code whereby I built this system just to help my teacher manage finance, because the teacher was writing all the finance records in the book. I was looking at it to be a little bit hectic. So as you can see, this system I didn't code manually.
Mr. Hatimu?
Yes, please.
Mr. Hatimu, your
Yes.
screen went off. Kindly reshare it such that members can see what you are talking about. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. I think it is back.
Yeah, we can see it.
So what you see here is a simple finance system just to manage finance. It works offline, but I use the VS Code and the ChatGPT generated codes to come up with this. So this system, it can help my teacher to track finance just from the office there, where it's supposed to register all students in this system. And when a student brings money, it is very easy to capture the fees records. Because when you click on fees and you try to click on a student that you registered, automatically it will show you here the amount you registered there and the balance, the current balance of the student. And you enter the amount you are paying. And once you enter the amount, you save. Then you've captured that payment. So when you come to finance report and you want to really check how the student has been performing, you can easily open this and you see how the student has been making payments. This is an invoice. So this one, it looks to be advanced, but to tell the truth, I didn't use any code, and I didn't write any code, but just using ChatGPT and the prompting ensure that I came up with this, and it is now being used now. My teacher is using it.
Thank you.
Yesterday. So
Okay. Thank you so much,
that is
Mr. Hatimu.
how I'm using it. Thank you very much for the time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Hatimu, for sharing those insights and all those members. Can you hit the reaction button on your Zoom application, and let's just appreciate Mr. Hatimu for sharing those insights. Yeah, members, do we have any other group remaining?
Yes, group 4. And
Yeah, I
so
think it
from
is
the
the last
chat room
group.
of group 4, which is the last group, I want to appreciate everyone for their insights. I have to say that most of the things that we discussed in the chat room of room 4, we have been captured. Only to say that indeed on this call, we have people from Kasese, we have people from Iganga, we have people from the primary section and secondary section. And indeed, it is showing that members are waking up to see that ICT is the way to go. ICT has really, if we embrace it more, it's going to make life very easy. It's going to lessen the burden of costing in terms of buying paper, in terms of buying more printers to print, in terms of buying books, like he said. It's going to help teachers learn a variety of tools that they can use, like you have just seen Hatim sharing with us. I really loved the financial management tool. It is simple and yet less costly. And so when we do that as teachers, I think we shall be fitting well in the 21st century. All the points have been captured by people who are in the other chat rooms I present.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Hanifa. And the members, thank you so much for your active participation. May I request Mr. Emmanuel to reshare his screen? So members, thank you so much for your active participation in that discussion. And you can all witness with me that ICT integration is powerful. It is something we can't run away because of the various advantages that we have all heard from the different groups that we have listened to. Members, because of time factor, without wasting any more minute, I want us now to navigate or to transition to the next segment of our session, where we are going to be blessed to be hearing from another lead facilitator, and that is none other than Mr. Emmanuel Angonda. Members, it is now my another great honor for me to introduce to you our second facilitator, and that is Mr. Emmanuel Angonda. Mr. Emmanuel Angonda is a seasoned educator with extensive experience in education and technology integration. He has led students in STEM activities, robotics competitions, and technology innovation programs. Emmanuel is the founder of the WalkTrack Edu platform, a resource hub for open educational content, and he has been recognized with awards, including the Teachers Making a Difference Award for his impact on technology use in education. So members, this very evening, we are very privileged to be in position to get chance to listen to this resourceful personnel that we are having. Members, join with me and we welcome Mr. Emmanuel Angonda to take us forward in the next segment of this particular session. Mr. Emmanuel, please take us forward. The platform is now yours.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Morut, for that introduction. What you forgot is that I'm also a simple person, despite all that. I also want to thank the EduTech Teachers Network, ETN, for organizing this very wonderful online training. And when I was contacted as part of the ETN team, I gladly accepted because we're on holidays, and it's very good to empower our teachers as they prepare for next term. I also want to thank Madame Julian for the elaborate introduction of the session. You covered so much, and what will follow now is the second half of the session, and it's going to be a little bit practical as well. And I was very impressed by the presentation of Mr. Lubega. What you're doing with AI is actually very, very good. I would like to start with a quote. This quote goes like this: that artificial intelligence is not a substitute for human intelligence. It is a tool to amplify human creativity and ingenuity. And that is exactly what AI is. I teach at Lira Town College, based in Lira City. And I've been an ICT teacher for a very long time. This is my 14th year in service. And I work well with students, participate in STEM competitions, as Mr. Emorut said. So what Mr. Lubega is doing with AI is what all of us actually should be doing with AI, because we should integrate it and use it in our classrooms. Last year, I took a student of mine to an ICT clubs competition. He had an AI project that translates our language, Leblanc, to English and vice versa. And he was number 2, I think, at the national finals. So AI is changing the world, and we should use it very well. So I'm going to move very fast a bit on the slides, but then we will get time to do the hands-on sessions. So what we have in this slide is a sample scheme of work. The first one up is for mathematics. And I would like to quickly draw your attention to the teaching and learning resources. It is a mathematics scheme of work, but you see the resources there are actually digital tools. There's use of a projector, there's use of GeoGebra, there's use of a digital worksheet, and also Google Docs and Excel. So that kind of lesson will be very engaging and interactive, and it is a clear example of ICT integration in the rest of the subjects, just like it is emphasized in the lower new secondary curriculum. The second one is a scheme of work for geography. And again, I would like to quickly draw your eyes on the teaching and learning resources. And you see there, the resources that the teacher is going to use is online weather simulation tools like WeatherSpark, which are online, and then use of interactive maps, for example, Google Earth, which most labs have. There's also use of a projector and also digital worksheets. So when you talk about integrating ICTs in schemes of, this is what we mean. This is what we are talking about. And as teachers, as we prepare for term 1 next week, this is what we are emphasizing. There is also a scheme of work there for English this time. And on the resources part, there is use of a projector, multimedia presentation on the family tree structures, and then also use of devices such as tablets for learning. So this is what should actually be happening in schools. This is what should be happening in staff rooms in all secondary schools. Last year, I think at the end of during second term's holidays, we had a workshop organized by the ministry that brought head teachers together. And in that workshop, head teachers were given projectors and display screens plus the laptop in order to deepen ICT integration in schools. However, I heard that in several schools, for example, in Alebtong district, these projectors were idle. in the head teacher's office, because no teacher can ably use it to teach. These are things that we should be running away from. And the last scheme is biology. Use of a digital microscope for simulation, using a virtual 3D models of cells, web-based tools like BioDigital Human. You can search these and actually get these tools. There are dedicated sites that actually provide this kind of tools for teaching. So, and then as a teacher, there are things that show that, yes, you're prepared to teach. And one of them is a scheme, of course. And then the other one is a lesson plan. Now, I know several teachers don't prepare lesson plans. Most teachers actually have schemes, very wonderful schemes, but I've seen few teachers prepare what? Lesson plans, because you have to do it for each lesson. So using AI, it is easy for you to quicken this process to save time and then make sure that, yes, you're in good shape. Everything is there. You have the scheme, syllabus book, lesson plan, and everything, other learning aids that you need as a teacher in your classroom. So in this lesson plan, step 1 is saying that the teacher introduces the lesson and plays a 4-minute documentary on wildlife. Now, this is a P6 class, and the subject is science. So I believe if you go to lesson with that kind of approach, your lesson is going to be very, very interactive, very, very interactive. My experience with ICT integration is that if you make good use of these ICT tools, you even prevent absenteeism of students from your class. I testify on that because much as I teach ICT at Clear Town College, but I normally receive even students from what? I receive students from submath because they say their lessons are boring and they feel sleepy during their lessons. And then they choose to come and attend what? ICT. And then another example I could give, like last year I was teaching Senior 1 for the first time. And all these years I'd never taught Senior 1, but last year I taught Senior 1. And when I started teaching, I emphasized the use of projectors and other digital tools from day one. And the impact was that other subjects were crying that I've taken over all their students. And we had to redo the timetable to solve that problem that ICT integration had caused. So this is what ICT is doing in schools. So as a teacher, you need your scheme of work, lesson plan. You need to have gathered your materials very, very well. You need also questions that ask questions like why, what, how, when, and who. And then most importantly, you need record of work and then also registers. What shows that, yes, how many students do you have? You can get that details from the register and your record of work. So utilizing internet and digital content creation tools for lesson preparation. So these are some of the tips that you can use for integrating internet and other digital tools in lesson preparation. One is to use credible sources when you're sourcing for information. For example, we can use YouTube, online libraries, such as Shareability has been a very good resource over the years. Thank you, Rogers and your team for that platform. The platform that Emorut said that I developed a few years ago has been offline. It was called WorkTrack Edu platform. But God willing, this year, we're going to have another platform to replace that with very, very good content. Should also adapt videos, infographics, and articles to align with lesson objectives. Text is boring. So as teachers, even if you're using projector, know that text is boring and is not as captivating as videos, for example, or very nice graphics. And then you also use cloud tools for collaborative planning with colleagues, for example, Google Docs, which we're going to demonstrate here for scheming together as a department. You scheme together so that you complete faster, but also enhances cooperation and collaboration within your departments. And then prepare polls. Polls are like quizzes or simulations to make lessons engaging. For example, for me, after lessons, I can prepare like a 10 question objective type assessment, end of lesson assessment. Just 10 objectives or just 20, 5 seconds, 10 seconds each questions. And then you give that in the last 10 or 15 minutes of the lesson. So that is very, very important. Much as you've been teaching them using PowerPoint and all that, but then when it comes for that end of lesson assessment, you've prepared it on the computers, you say, go to the computers now. And then you open that assessment and then they're able to do that assessment. So those are some of the tools, digital tools that you can use in lesson preparation. Now, we're going to look at the tips for writing a good AI prompt. As you're all aware, most of us have AI on our phones, but sometimes we don't use it optimally. We don't use it efficiently to get exactly what we want. And this is just a guide. So when you want to get a good response from AI, you remember five parts, 5 things. And it's actually in the acronym of what? Parts. There are 5 prompt writing building blocks. Remember them when thinking about parts of a prompt. So P stands for persona. So you identify your role. For example, you say, I'm a secondary school teacher in Uganda. And then A is for aim. State your objective. I want you to help me design a lesson plan or a scheme of work. So that is your objective. I want you to help me write a scheme of work. And then R is for recipient. Specify the audience. In that case, if you're teaching A-level or P6, you specify that I'm teaching for P6 class, science or SST, whichever subject. If it is also secondary, specify I'm teaching senior 3 class and all that. And then T is for theme. You describe the style, tone, or any other related parameters. You can say it should be professional based on the new lower secondary curriculum and all that. You describe that. And then lastly, you specify the structure. That is the S. You take the desired format of the output. If you want a downloadable file, you also specify that. I want you to make it downloadable. So if you use all the 5 areas here, you're going to get a very rich and very, very good outcome from AI. And then what do you need? Like Teacher Lubega said, you need a curriculum. If you're going to generate a scheme of work using AI, you need a curriculum. You need a scheme of work format, for example, and then you need to provide it with a good context and background information about what you really want. So the tools that we're going to use, the AI tools that we're going to use for demonstration is we're going to use ChatGPT. And then for those who can, you can also use Grok and then Perplexity. But you should have the other 2 things, 3 things first up. Curriculum, scheme of work format that you want. In most schools, there's a format that they use. You can give it that format that you're using at your school. For those in the new curriculum, there's also a format that is the competence-based format that captures competencies, captures also the competency, something like that. So we are now going to something a bit more practical, and then at the end of it all, we shall give you some sort of work to go and do. So we're going to demonstrate how to create a shared Google document, and then how to invite your friends, your colleagues to collaborate on that document. So let me share my browser. Stop sharing this. I want to stop sharing my slides. Where can I go? Let me see. Okay, can you all see this?
Yes.
Yes. The other tool that is very, very important for educators is what we call Notebook, LM. You can search on it, and it is very good. It is a platform that allows you to create like your AI model based on the work that you do. So as a teacher, as an educator, you can go through Notebook LM, and then you should be able to upload the files that you need for your teaching and teaching purposes, and then it will do multiple things for you and all that. But for now, let's just search for Google Docs. And then it should be able to bring something like this. And then you click on Google Docs. For those who use phones, you should be able to do the same. So we're going to open a blank document. And then you can say, this is Lira Town College, Department of ICT, for example. And then scheme of work. So I will name it as scheme of work. Scheme of work, term 1, something like that. And then what is more important here is that this tool saves automatically online. And if you want to share, you simply have to share it with your friends. Share it with your friends. And then if you click on the share button, it will allow you to quickly add the emails of the people that you want to share it with. So if you're sharing it with, let me see if I can get Rogers Mukalele here. So if I want to share it with Rogers, I'll simply add his email here, and then I will say share. If you want a small message, and then say edit, and then you share. So what will happen is that Rogers will be able to get a notification via email that inviting them to share and edit that document. So this is a very useful tool, especially in the area of collaboration, if you need to do work quickly with your colleagues in the department. But I know most of you have explored this, and even if you have not explored this, it is not easy. It's not difficult at all. The other thing that I want to demonstrate is how you can use, how you can actually create, how you can create a scheme of work using AI. in the same way that Teacher Lubega showed us. And let me just get this quickly. Get this quickly. So we're going to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT here. Is my screen visible? Can I go on?
Yes, go on.
Yes, thank you. So this is ChatGPT here. And before I start, I have to say, let me upload my files. As I said earlier, you can have your files ready as a teacher. I have them in a folder here. I have
Mr. Emma?
been, yes.
I request you maximize your screen. It is we are not seeing the entire screen. It would be better you maximize it.
Is this better?
There is no change.
There is no change.
Yeah, we are seeing like
Yes.
a half of it. I think you shared a window which you have made halfway.
Let me first stop this.
Mm.
And then also stop. Stop this. Start afresh. Is it okay now?
Yes, it is okay.
Okay. So on Google, if my browser is open, I will search for chat GPT, and then I should be able to get that. It's loading. So for best results, it is good if you have logged into your using your email so that you get a bit more personalized feedback. It is loading. There you go. So I will log in using my email and continue. Okay, so I'll cancel this out. So I'm now logged in. As you can see, my name is down there, Emmanuel Angoda. So I will upload my files. Okay. What is this doing? What is this doing? Okay.
I think maybe you on a free plan and you have been uploading, I think,
a lot.
Yes, so it now needs you to upgrade.
So let's switch to Grok. If ChatGPT is not giving us that option of uploading. So here we go. So here we have Grok, grok.com, and then it gives us the opportunity to upload. And then you navigate and quickly find where you have your files. For me, I have the curriculum here or the syllabus, and also the scheme of work format. And if I say open, it will upload. It will upload that. And then now we have to recall the other guidelines for writing a prompt, and it is parts. So the first one is persona. So I'll say I'm a secondary school teacher in Uganda. The aim, I want you to help me prepare a scheme of work for senior one. And the topic is topic is what? Topic is word processing. Word processing. So the recipient, I am teaching senior one. Using a new lower secondary curriculum. And then the theme, make it professional. Use the format provided or attached. And then lastly, I think that is also the structure of that. So the structure. Use table. Use a table structure. And then after that prompt, you put enter, and then you should be able to get a response from Grok AI. So it is fetching results, and should be able to get this done in a few seconds. So you can do this on your phone, you can use a computer, you can use and all that. And after you get the feedback, you can then copy and then you take it to your either Google Docs that you had opsetted if you're collaborating with your colleagues in the department, or just open Microsoft Word, and then you should be able to do that. And then you edit just to make sure that you give it a professional finish. You edit and make sure that it is ready for printing if you're submitting it to the DOS. If you're using it for yourself, it is also fine. So as you can see, Grok has ably has quickly generated for us the scheme of work. And now if you go to the table heading up here, you can now say copy the table. So if we copy the table, you can now go to Microsoft Word or Google Docs, and then you paste it there, and then you edit the things. And as you can see, it has really used the format that I've given it. And the other format also had the heading like this, and it also ends with yes, teacher's signature and then the supervisor and all that. In case it needs to be approved, it ends exactly like that. So this is, dear participants, this is not something very hard to do, and all that we ask and that all that ETN is doing is that, yes, we adapt this kind of digital tools to enrich our teaching and learning in our classes. So I don't know. Yes.
First, go to the Google Doc, just the tab before that one up there.
To the Google Doc. This is Microsoft Word, actually.
You go to the Google Doc tab, the second last tab up there.
Okay.
The second last tab in the browser up there. You just click on the second last. It was already there.
Zoom, the Zoom controls app is blocking me from full view.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me see how to hide those controls.
Okay.
Okay, super.
Okay, there.
So you added me, I was able to type this.
Aha,
this
exactly.
sentence. Yeah.
This is
So,
the collaboration we are talking about.
so I want you
And
to try to paste what you copied.
yes, so let me now paste it here. But I wanted to make it a bit landscape because it's a bit large. Can I get that? And to change the format to landscape.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's under format, orientation, landscape.
Yes.
Yeah, I've changed
orientation.
it from
So we make it landscape, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll now paste it.
Yes.
And then you see, the whole thing is here. The whole thing is here. And all you have to do now is to add, the column, the lines, yes, the line, exactly, the lines only. And then you have your scheme of work. And as my friend, Madame Julian said, you save a lot of time, a lot of time. People used to scheme for a whole week, 3 days, but now it is possible for you to do that in under 2 hours for all your classes. For that. So using AI. I know today is Thursday, and most schools will have meetings tomorrow, Friday, for opening of term, and the doors will be on their necks. Please submit your scheme by Tuesday next week. So you can now do this quickly using AI. And
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe one small thing, Ms. Angoda.
Yes.
This Google Doc is the other day we talked about Google Drive. So and actually we covered that in the first phase. So you can actually have a Google Drive, and then you be putting all your documents in the department. You add other members to share and all that. But because of time, I think for today we have served the purpose. Yeah.
So that is that about AI. So when we talk about AI, we should embrace it quickly, because if we don't, the young people are already doing it. Like the example I told you of my student in senior 5 who already has a whole system for translating a language developed using AI. So we'll now quickly go back to our slides, and then we see how to Sarah, your hand is up.
Yes, thank you, Master Emmanuel. I wanted us to first go back to that scheme of work and show us how we put now the lines. I don't know whether the columns, and how we also how we take it to, because we need to download it and print it. Thank you. I
Yes,
saw you
so-
highlight, but I was waiting and I didn't see you put the columns.
Yes, so after highlighting it like this, we have to put lines so that we format it in a very beautiful way so that you can download and print it instantly. So I'm not seeing where to put the lines.
It's share, share.
Share, okay. Let me share. So let me highlight, and then up here, there are lines there, but I think when I click on it, I need to highlight it first. And then there are those little 6 dots. Those little 6 dots, it shows you that, yes, you can put lines like this. You see, like that. So that is all you have to do. You have to click on this arrow up here. up here, it will show you, yes, put lines. If you want to put lines like this, you also put like that. So you want all borders. So in Microsoft Word, it's much easier to see.
Mr. Angoda,
Yes.
I was actually this side also trying to apply. So you right click because I'm also editing. So when you right click, then you'll see table options. Table options.
Table options.
Yes. Now, when you go there, there is where there is a table.
Table.
So yeah, scroll down.
Yeah.
So there is so there are several layouts there. There is color. If I go to color. So I think the table border, it was 0. So first make it change the color to blue and make this. So you first change to another color. Now it has become blue. Now make this 0. This one PT.
0. So if it is 0.
It was 0 initially.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you change it to 1, if you change it to 2, so you can change the.
If you change it to 1 now, you can see. Thank you very much, Rogers. So Sarah, I hope that is clear.
Yes, that's good. Now,
Yes,
how do I take to download it? And I want to see how we download it.
To download, you have to go to File, and then of course you should have formatted it very well. You align whatever you want to align and all that. But still, you can do that even after downloading. So if you want to download, go to File, and then you go to Download, and then you choose the file format that you want, the file extension that you want. So if you want it to be editable, you choose Microsoft Word, and then it will quickly download it, you see, and all that. So it has already downloaded that. And you'll be able to edit that offline if you want to modify it and all that. So if you want to eat, okay. So thank you very much, members. We can now, I think, go back to our slides. So where I am in Lyra, it is becoming dark. That is why I'm a bit rushing. And so where were we? Yes. So is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So what we're going to do now is we've demonstrated how to create a collaborative scheme of work in Google Docs. And all that together with ICT elements that you already know how to do. How to use AI. For example, Grok. Actually, we use Grok to generate and refine a scheme of work and lesson plan. We didn't do lesson plan, but we already uploaded the scheme. We uploaded the scheme format, the syllabus, and all that. So the other second prompt that you do is actually generate a lesson plan also for the scheme, and it will simply do that. And then and all that. And let me see. So your assignment is then here, and Mr. Morut is going to elaborate more on it, and you're going to develop an ICT integrated or digital scheme of work, and for your subject, for your class that you're teaching. And then you're also going to create a shared Google Doc for a science scheme. And that's for primary, also for secondary. And use AI to generate the initial outline. You saw what we did. We generated the real scheme of work, but you can generate the outline only if you want. but it's better if you generate everything. And then you add ICT integrations. For example, what we shared in the slides about the other subjects, biology, chemistry, not chemistry, biology, geography, English, integrate ICT components into your lesson. For example, robotics, you know what we did in session 3 using Colibri quizzes yesterday, I think. And then you include smart objectives, activities, resources, and embed multimedia or those into your site that you're working on. And when you talk about smart objectives, it should be measurable, specific, you know, that achievable, realistic, and of course, time bound, something like that. So with that, I think we can now invite questions.
Yes.
And
Ms.
then,
Angoda, maybe as
yes.
questions come in, like we told participants in this course, the final project is going to be their blog. Everything they do, please go to your blog, your blog which you created either with WordPress or with the Blogger, and write an article about what you've learned, or like this scheme of work, you can do it and publish it there, and then we see. Because at the end of the last assignment, we shall ask each of you to send us your link to your blog, and we should be able to see various things that you've been doing. So, Mr. Angoda, as we finalize, you could just tell us briefly about your own blog, and when did you create it, and how have you been using it as an educator, how it has helped you? And that could be.
Thank you very much, Rogers. I'm also, apart from teaching, I also call myself an activist, and I advocate for a number of things in our education sector. And I've been doing that majorly through writing. I write blog articles. At first, I was writing blog articles and publishing them on my personal blog, which I'm going to share shortly. But now, today, I've also learned that, yes, I can do both. I can publish in my blog and also in the national newspapers like a New Vision, Daily Monitor, and things like that. So this is a blog that I created several years ago. I created this blog in 2016, and I've been posting it several items here. So as you can see, I think over 20,000 people have visited this blog. And I write about my ideas. I write about the things that I advocate for. I write about my experiences in teaching. I write about so much. And it has been very important because it has basically been like my evidence of work and all that. And as a result of it, I think it made me some sort of famous, because if you search me on the internet, you're going to see my blog, you're going to see my work, you're going to see my videos and all that. And one of the positive outcomes of this blog was that I was nominated for the Teachers Making a Difference Award that is organized every year by the New Vision and the Embassy of Ireland. And that was in 2017. Just after 1 year of having a blog. And then that year, in those awards, I was the 5th best teacher in the country. I was number 5. And the Embassy of Ireland and the New Vision rewarded us with a trip to Ireland, which we went in January of 2018. And then after coming back, I was able to return back to Ireland to do a master's, actually in 2019 and all that. So blogging, people, dear colleagues, is very, very important because it really shows that, yes, if people search you, you should be able to see, yes, that, yes, there is a lot of information out there positively portraying what you're doing as an educator, as a teacher. So I encourage you to embrace it. If you have challenges, we are here to support you. So Rogers, I think that has been exhaustive.
Yes, thank
So
you
I
very
will,
much. Yes, thank you
yeah,
very much.
I will share my the link to the blog in the chat, so that you can just go straight to it. Thank you.
Maybe
So
we can
over to you,
continue.
Mr. Emerald.
Yeah, Mr. Emerald.
All right, thank you so much, my brother Emmanuel from that side of the country. Members, I want you to join me and we hit the reaction button and we appreciate our lead facilitators of the day. They have really done us well. I'm sure we can't thank them enough. Thank you everyone. So thank you so much to our facilitators for that very enriching and great session. Members, let's pick up from where we have ended. Let's engage our hands and our machines or our devices for the betterment of our education system in our schools, but also as educators. Thank you for today. Thank you for laboring to even stick to the call, even if it has stretched beyond the time that we usually end. Members, I want to appreciate you all, and I also want to inform you that tomorrow is going to be another powerful session. Our next session will be innovative EdTech use through club projects and cross-subject integration. We shall be looking at tools for project work involving creating applications, robotics, websites, and multimedia. So I still encourage you to tune in tomorrow, same time, for yet another powerful session where we are going to learn quite very many things. So as usual, I remind you to keep engaging with our Google Classroom, where everything is posted, and also our assignments. Let us attempt them and let's accomplish them on time. When you upload them, when you do them and on time, our facilitators can be in a position to give feedback. They can look through and relay feedback to you such that you can be able to modify where necessary. Otherwise, that is it from my side. I want to thank all of you for being very active audience. I saw how members were participating even on the discussions. It has been really very interesting. From me as our moderator of the day, thank you so much. I also thank all the rest of the facilitators who have not been taking the lead role today. I've seen many of them. So I just want to request a volunteer to lead us with a closing prayer as we proceed and head out to our different destinations for those who are going to travel. Yeah, somebody to lead us with a closing prayer. Yes, there we go. Mr. Gobi Julius, please take it on.
Okay, let us humble ourselves and we pray. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, I appreciate you for today. And I thank you for the opportunity of learning that you have given us today. Father, whatever we need as teachers, you have brought before us. And we have received all the knowledge that we need as teachers. In our faculties, we have learned to make the relevant knowledge. Today we learned how to make schemes of work easily using artificial intelligence. And we have learned how to share or to collaborate online. Father, we pray that give us that knowledge and put it in our brain so that we don't forget any trick or any technique that is required to do that. Father, people are traveling and some of them are attending within their homes. some attending in different places, which is not their home. Father, I pray that as they are going back home, may you protect them and make them free from any danger that may happen. Father, I also pray for these people that have decided, most especially Mukali Rogers. I pray for him a blessing that is beyond his thoughts and expectations. Father, I pray for the facilitators that have facilitated today and those ones that have been facilitating. Father, I pray for all the funders and all those that are supporting Educate Uganda, EduTech Uganda. I pray for them so that they can be blessed in order to facilitate and maintain our collaborations and communities of practice. Father, I pray and I say that may you continue to guide us and give us more understanding forever and ever. In Jesus' name I've prayed and believe.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Brother Julius. And to you all members, have a peaceful night.
Amen. Thank you so much, Emerald and others.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.